above average pay without becoming an above average person. Learn to work harder on yourself than you do on your job.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another exciting episode of, the one and only Monday morning radio show. It is live every single Monday, 8:30 a.m. So if you're catching this later, that's cool. Appreciate you. Appreciate you listening whenever you get the opportunity. But if you want to catch it live, it is Monday morning at 8:30 a.m. Today, I'm excited. Like I say every single week, and I'm going to say it again. You know why I'm excited? I'm excited because I got another opportunity, another chance. I have another one. I have another one. And another one. I have another one. I'm happy to be here. I'm excited to be here. I can't imagine not being here. If you don't think today is exciting, if you don't think this Monday is the best Monday of your life, well, you try missing one and see how that works out for you. But anyways, if it's your first time listening, my name is Keith Good News. And I'm your host. So let's jump right into it. Today's topic, we're talking about the perfect start. What does that mean, the perfect start? Well, we all have this desire, let's be honest, to have a perfect start. That's why we prepare for things, right? That's why we do things in advance, gives ourselves the best opportunity to start perfect. Sometimes so much, some of us wait to be perfect to even start. So this is what I want to talk about today. The perfect start. What does that mean for you? Whatever it is you want to do, let's be honest, you got a passion, a dream, or something you're trying to chase after. Maybe you haven't started it at all. Maybe you haven't started the next process. Excuse me, I do have a slight cough. But whatever it is, what is the next thing you need to do? Whether it's the next stage of your business, is the next phase of your journey. Maybe just a decision you need to make completely. I know a lot of us do is wait on that perfect opportunity, right? We want it to be perfect before we start. Makes the most sense, logically. Somebody told me something I thought was fantastic, in which they said, it ain't about being perfect to start. It's about starting to be perfect. So I think the perfect start is today. Now, I know some people might say, hey, today ain't the day for me because I got this going on, I got that going on, I got this. I really got to wait until an outside circumstance takes its form. And then I'll be in a perfect position to get started. I'll tell you the truth. There's never a perfect time. Matter of fact, you'll be waiting forever. You'll waste more time trying to be perfect and less time being progressive. See, perfect takes a certain amount of progression. You got to progress to perfect. There's no such thing as a perfect start. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all, ladies and gentlemen, today. No such thing as a perfect start. So don't try to do it. Don't try to wait until it looks the best it's going to look. You're trying to wait for the sea to open up completely before you decide you're going to take a step forward. Like I said at the very beginning of the show, it could be a project you need to start. It could be starting to get to the next phase of your life. It could be the next position you need to obtain in your company and your business. It could be the next book you need to read. The truth is, we're waiting on a perfect moment. And the truth is, we don't even know what the perfect moment looks like. And if you are waiting on a perfect moment to even advance and move forward, you wouldn't even recognize it if it slapped you in the face. And that is the truth. You wouldn't recognize it if it slapped you in the face. And yeah, I see Mike Bush in the comments. Shout out to Mike Bush. Listen, man, I know I usually have my water with me every morning, and this morning I just didn't have it with me. My mind was in a different place, so apologize for the coughing, but you know, I'm here nonetheless. And I just want to really drive home this idea today on this show, on this particular Monday. The perfect start does not exist. Listen to what I'm telling you. The perfect start does not exist. It does not exist. And that may or may not get somebody started on the right path today. I'm telling you now, the perfect start does not exist. I had a conversation with somebody over this past week, and they shared with me their idea in which they plan on moving forward with. They've been planning on moving forward with it for maybe 6-7 months. And that's another thing that we do. We spend way too long on an idea we had 6 months ago. We still ain't started. The hell is going on? How long is it going to take you to get started on that idea? I was talking to somebody and they was putting things on their to-do list. And as they were putting on their to-do list, things they were putting on took like 20 minutes. I said, why is that on your to-do list? I said, it takes 20 minutes. It's unnecessary for it to be on your to-do list. Just knock that out. We spend major time on minor things. Take this home with you today. Don't spend major time on minor things. We do it because it makes us feel like we're getting something done. And we still buying time. We spend major time on minor things. A lot of time on little things. We make things that are a big deal when they're a small deal. Somebody's like, man, I got to get business cards, man. Like, bro, you can get business cards in 24 hours. Why is that something that you are making a big deal? Oh, man, I got to change my website. Then I got to go. Just change the website. It takes 30 minutes on your computer. For some reason, we feel like we need a perfect moment. Feel like we need a perfect moment of serenity. Or the best thing that we always say is, I don't have time for, or when I get some time. You're never going to get time because time is already gotten. That may make sense to some of y'all, but for those who do not make sense for, you cannot get time. Time cannot be gotten. Understand? Jim Rohn says you can't get someone else's time. Like somebody can look at somebody and say, man, that person, if I had that person's time, I'd be able to do well too. Well, I guess hang it up. Give up. Because you can't get someone else's time. And you can't get more time. No one on earth gets more time. So if you tell yourself, man, when I get some more time, that sounds like you're waiting for the perfect time. When I get some more time, head ass. Don't be one of those people. When I get some more time. You don't get more time. That's not up to you. at all. And you know this. So watch what you're saying. There's not a perfect time to start. There's no such thing as the perfect time. There's no such thing as the perfect time. You only have the only time, which is now, because the only time is the only time that's allotted to you. So if you got to switch it in your mind that right now is the perfect time, you better do what you got to do. Because all that waiting around, You ever heard of a sitting duck? That's what you are when you're waiting. And you know, I already had a show about waiting, so we ain't got to go into that. There's no perfect time to start. Even if you have to wait on a certain date, there's things you can do to expedite the process, therefore after. Do y'all need an example of what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying. If you are trying to start a business and you're waiting on approval for your LLC, of course you're waiting on that approval from your LLC, from the government, so that way you can get your company. But you don't have to wait on your LLC to start building a website. You can do that now. You don't have to wait on your LLC to start planning logos and merchandising and creating merchandise. You don't have to do that. We love to spread out shit. Here I go, y'all. I'm about to get into my bag. We love to spread out shit. We love to just take more time than necessary. Why do we do that? We feel like things should take long, so we take long. Parkinson's law. However long you think something will take you, it will take you. Here's what I'm saying. However long you think something will take you, it will take you. Y'all need an example? We've all been in school at one point. You get 2 weeks to write a paper. The first week, you don't write it. Second week's up on you. You got 7 days. You still don't write. You probably don't start writing that paper till what, 3 days out? You finish that paper, get a good grade. How long did it take you to write that paper? 3 days. How long did it really take you to write that paper? It was 2 weeks. You got 2 weeks to do something that you could have did in 3 days. You see what I'm saying? So if the teacher had given you a 3-day time period, I bet you would have gotten it done in 3 days. But because you had 2 weeks, it took you how long? 2 weeks. Listen to what I'm saying, y'all. There's no such thing as a perfect time. There's only such thing as the only time. The only time is right now. Because tomorrow you're faced with a new set of circumstances. You're faced with a new deck of cards. Today you know what game you're playing. Tomorrow you don't. You can't control, like I said in my last show, the blowing of the wind. All you can control is the set of your sail. You cannot control which way the wind blows, but you can control which way the wind will blow you. If you just now tuned in halfway through the show, thank you. It's Keith Good News on Monday morning. I am surviving in the studio today. I have developed some cough over the day. I have to go get checked out. I mean, I have to find out if I'm COVID-19 or not. I hope I'm not. And I hope I'm saying it in a joking manner. But yeah, I have a slight cough. No other symptoms, however. But for those who are truly tapped in this morning and is receiving what I'm saying, because I say it all the time, I do this because it's my therapy. This may or may not be something that could change your life. That's up to you. I heard somebody say, what day do you want your life to change? What day do you want your life to change? Literally ask this question to yourself. What day do you want your life to change? Go to a calendar and pick a day. Go to your calendar and pick a day. You make the decision. You can say next week, I want my life to start changing. But chances are, if you're truly an advanced individual and you are above average, you're going to pick the date that's today. Because you know, if you pick a date in the future, you may not make it to that day. And if you keep pushing it back, you will keep pushing it back. I mean, we've done it before. All of us have. Yeah, I was going to do it this day, but I have to push it back. We postpone things so much we forget about them. You've ever done that? Postpone so many things, push it back so long, you forget about it. I'm guilty of this. And that's why I say I'm the perfect person to tell you all about it. Because I've done it all. I've made all the mistakes. I waited for the perfect time. And I'm going to tell you right now, what the perfect time looks like never is what you had in mind. See, for us, for sometimes, the perfect time looks like the most convenient. Is that not true? When you think about the perfect time to do something, to make an advancement, to grow, we think about when it's the most convenient time. Whenever it's time to make that leap of faith, we feel like when it's most convenient, I'll make that leap of faith, right? When I stack my bread, that's when I'll start trying to achieve my next dream. When it's convenient, right? I'm going to tell you right now, nobody I know that's successful has ever done it conveniently. To this day, it is not convenient. It will never be convenient. The perfect time is not the most convenient time. There's no such thing as a convenient time. While you're waiting, things are moving. While you're waiting for the circumstances to change, people are changing their circumstances. People are taking advantage of what they have right in front of them. And here you are waiting on the perfect time. You're thinking you're so special that the universe is going to come knock on your door and say, hey, now's a good time to chase your dream. I know you've been waiting on me. You really think your dream is going to wake you up out your sleep and say, hey, time to chase your dream now? No! It's not going to happen. You have to decide that the perfect time is now. You got to wake yourself up and decide now is the time to start chasing that dream. Now is the time to take that next step. Now is the time to advance myself. Now is the time to act as if I have more confidence in myself. Now is the time to take the risk. Now is the time to roll the dice. Now is the time to go all in. Man, now is the time to bet big. At some point in life, you gotta bet big if you want to win big. Now, I say it's only if you want to win big, you see? A lot of y'all truly don't want to win big. Y'all want to win small, so y'all playing small ball. I say it all the time. You're making small bets. Now you're in the casino all day with small bets. You walk out of there, you spend 10 hours in the casino, you won $100. That's not worth the time. Took too long. It's time to start betting big on yourself. Maybe. If you are where I'm at right now mentally, you know that it's time to bet big. You know that it's time to bet on this hand. You know that it's time to truly roll the dice. You know now is the perfect time. So I ask you, not in theory, what day on the calendar do you want your life to change? And you should pick a time too. Say, this day at this time. So if it ain't today, you can tell yourself when it's going to be. Maybe today is not the day you want to change your life. I don't know. Maybe it's not today. Maybe you say, I don't want to change my life today. Today I want to be right where I'm at. I'm happy here. Oh, hey, you know what? Congratulations, you've made it. But for those people who want to advance themselves and want to be greater than they currently are, and truly believe that they have not reached their fullest potential, by no means. Y'all pick that calendar date. If you're smart, if you're really smart, you would pick today. Perfect timing, no such thing. It's only coincidences. See, it's coincidence that I chose to go the route I did on the day that I did, and somehow coincidences worked in my favor. Some may call it the universe. That's fine as well. But for layman's terms, we're going to use coincidences. See, coincidences seem to work in your favor. I'm telling you, I got so many stories on with using it just so happened to be, or it just so happened on that day. It's just so happened that I met. It's just so happened that I ran to. All those just so happens have led me to where I'm at today. And I'm telling you, every time it just so happened to work in my favor, is because I showed up. It wasn't convenient. I showed up anyways. Matter of fact, most of my success stories come from times that were most inconvenient. Most of my success stories come from times where I didn't want to go. Most of my success stories came from me showing up when I didn't feel well. Most of my success stories come from doing something I didn't want to do on that day. Being inconvenienced. Convenience is never convenient to be successful. Only coincidences. And some may even call that luck. I listened to a podcast and they interviewed the most successful business people in the world. I mean, literally, who's built, Instagram from Spanx to Ben & Jerry's to Burt's Bees. I mean, the big companies that we know today. And he always asks this question, how much of it was hard work and how much of it was luck? And most of them always say it's about 50-50. Because it just so happened on the day that I showed up, the other person was in the building. It just so happened that when I opened my business, it was next door to this person. That's how we met. It just so happened, but it was never perfect timing. And the only time it is perfect is now. I'm going to be honest with y'all. That's the only time it's perfect is right now. So whatever you waiting on, whatever you waiting to advance on, listen, there's so many things you can do to expedite the process thereafter. Listen to what I'm saying. The process don't end when you get there. There's a lot of things you got to do after you get there. Start learning those things. It's something about, it's like ordering a program to learn and start learning it before you even receive it. Start already watching videos on it. It's like learning about what you're about to do so you know what to do right after. So that way you don't have to waste time. You can cut the back end time now. I may be going too deep. I mean, this may not make sense to some of y'all, but listen to what I'm trying to tell you. There's no such thing as the perfect time. You got to mash out. You got all out massive action on what you're trying to do. How much of your time and energy is put into it? Are you waiting on a good time? You waiting for a convenient time? You waiting till you feel better? You waiting till you get some rest? When I get some people swear they ain't got time, man. People swear they busy, man. Stop it. Stop playing with me, man. Listen, I'm one of the busiest people in the world and I got time. Stop playing with me. I want to hear that. I don't got time. Man, you got time. People make time, do whatever's important to them. I guarantee it. Whether you get up earlier or you stay up late, people make the time when it's important. So stop playing with me, man. I don't want to hear that I ain't got time. You do got time. You got ample time, dog. Look at your screen time on social media, on Netflix. How many movies you watch? How many shows you keeping up with? I ain't got time. Stop playing with me. We all lazy. We all waiting on a more convenient time. We all waiting on the perfect time to do something. We wanted to come knock on our door and somebody tell us now's the time to be successful. Stop playing with me. It ain't gonna happen. Nobody's waking you up out your sleep. Nobody can make your dreams come true because nobody else knows what they look like. You want somebody to paint the picture that's in your head? You want somebody to come and say, hey, now is the time. They don't work like that. You got to decide what the perfect time is. Shout out to Jazz Gates in the comments. What's up, girl? Thank you for listening and tuning in. Appreciate you so much. For those in the Instagram Live, love y'all so much. Download the app. It's not going to be free much longer. I've been telling y'all for the longest. Download the app. You know, it's a learning curve. You got to learn a little bit. But, hey, you know what I'm saying? We are where we are right now. So I appreciate those who are taking the time out to learn the app and use the app. It means a lot. See, I know the app ain't perfect. So what? It's out there. And we just going to get better. This is going to get better over time. I don't care about being perfect no more. I care about being present. Shit. I don't care about being perfect. I only care about being present. And some of y'all focus so much on being perfect, y'all not even present. Nobody even know you exist. Because you trying to create the perfect photo. People spend 5 hours editing a photo, trying to get the perfect photo. That's a whole bunch of posts. That's a bunch of posts you could have had. Your presence is lacking because you focus on perfection. That's the clip of the day. Right there. Your presence is lacking because you focus on perfection. There's no such thing as the perfect time. The only time we have is now. The only time we have is right now. Whatever day you want to change your life, you pick a day on the calendar. Pick the day on the calendar and then mark it off. Pick a time. It's probably scary because then you're going to have to live up to it, right? Then you don't have no more excuses. Well, there's always an excuse, right? There's always something you can say that slows you down, that stops you. All we need is a good reason to quit. And y'all know it's true. Most people are just looking for a good reason to quit or a good reason to tell people they didn't start yet. You know what I mean? People told me, I was going to do this, but yeah, with COVID-19. And I'm like, bro, there's so many other things you can do outside that one thing to get better at whatever you're trying to do. There's so many things. So I told myself the same thing. So many things you can do, Keith, to get better. There's so many things you can do to get better that has no effect on the coronavirus. None of that affects anything. There's so many things you can do to get better. So the perfect time is no such thing. The only time is now. Be present, not perfect. I'm out of here. Till next time, y'all. Shout out Dash Approved in the comments. Love you, brother. I'll see y'all later.